And I'm back. It's day 2. Last night, my husband and I took our son to an outing. And we've done things before, but he's usually, wheelchair-looking stroller. So this was free range. Our town is doing local cruise nights every Friday for the summer. And they also have live bands. So we head over, and my son and I walk across the street. He actually held my hand. And the area where the music is surrounded by fence. So I felt really safe and secure being able to let him run around and not worry about him running into the street. So we brought lawn chairs for all 3 of us. We had a backpack that had some snacks, a couple drinks, and a little toy foam soccer ball for Wyatt to play with. And while my husband went looking for his grandmother, Wyatt's running around, just making all sorts of e's and ahs sounds, smiling. He was having fun. He's never really been on grass a whole lot, so whenever he fell, he'd sit on his bum and he'd rip out some grass. So my husband comes back and he has set up the lawn chairs. So I got Wyatt to kind of walk that way, and we got to his lawn chair, and he's never sat in it before. So I put him down, and for the 2 seconds that he was on it, I was praising him, be like, oh, good job, Wyatt, great job sitting. And then he's like, let's go run. So we did it a couple of times. There were some other kids there, and he liked watching them play. He didn't try to play with them. Some of them were older. I think one of them was a little younger. So the music's starting, and he hears it as he gets closer, and he stops just to listen, and he looks around. But then he'll start running again. I took the soccer ball out thinking that maybe we'd play some catch, and lo and behold, my son kicked a soccer ball. My son kicked a soccer ball. Now, any neurotypical kids' parents wouldn't think anything of that, but this is huge. Before Wyatt could stand and walk on his own, when his IE, early intervention therapists were over, we'd play catch, and he was getting bored, so we tried something different, and I would have him lean on me as he stood, and whenever that ball came running, I would grab his leg, bend his knee, and we'd kick the ball, and I would say, kick, and he loved it. Would giggle. The giggles just were the best. But he never kicked a ball on his own. We've tried before, and he kicked that ball all over the field for like 20 minutes. Huge. I got a little teary-eyed then. I did. But I held it together. So, diaper change later. The music's getting a little bit louder, and he's going towards it. But he wasn't going towards the music. He was going to another stranger. So Wyatt doesn't seem to understand boundaries. No sense of stranger danger. Walked right up to this gentleman, because his legs were open, like he was coming in for a hug on the seat, and I am just freaking out, apologizing to this man. It's an older man, and the guy on the side of him looked super annoyed, and I'm like, I am so sorry, he doesn't understand boundaries, and I grabbed him, and we left. He was okay with it. He wasn't mad, but I think the guy next to him was, and I'm like, So he found another woman. I went up to her too. Now, I apologized, but she said it was all right, because he was really he wasn't leaving. And he was touching her shirt, trying to touch her face. And so we ended up having a little bit of a conversation. She was perfectly fine with it. I got him to come with me, and we went off. And then he was just going up to, he wasn't really, touching them, but he was getting close. And I could tell that I think he was done with the outing. So, at that time, my husband was too, because it turned out not to be the kind of music he liked. So I'm like, all right. We spent almost an hour there. Wyatt didn't throw any fits. I watched him kick a soccer ball. And then he touched some strangers. So I'm going to have to say I still consider it a win for an outing. I think we're going to go again in 2 weeks. They're going to be playing big band music. When he goes back to ABA therapy next week, I'm going to bring up the whole stranger thing and see what they think we should do for it. So, we had a great win last night. You know, Wyatt's kicking a soccer ball. Granted, that same soccer ball, which was foam, was in the living room this morning, and we caught him with a mouthful of foam from the soccer ball. So I give the soccer ball to my husband, and I'm pulling out the pieces of his mouth. I don't think he swallowed any. I think we're good. But unfortunately, that soccer ball is in the trash. So we will be finding some other type of small ball that's not going to fly when you kick it hard. He kicks hard anyway, but and we'll replace the foam. So that's about it, guys. I'll see you later.